Hey, wait, let's try the, keep wing smashing. No? Oh, yeah, it kind of worked. Alright, that was cool. Learned that watching a speed run. Alright, so now we have two ways we can go. Either way is going to take a little bit of tracking in order to get to where we're headed. We'll go to this one. This has the long hallway, so I can just run through it with the wolf. Make it a little bit quicker. That poor dog. Or wolf. He hurts his nose so much. Though I guess technically it's my fault. Yeah, we missed a few powers. There's the fire of the bat. There's the, which shoots the fireballs. There's the bat familiar. There's the force of echo, which causes the echo of the bat to do some damage. The skill of the wolf, I believe it's called, which is you do a fireball motion and the wolf lunges forward. I didn't really, I thought that was something that should have been built in. It was not really useful not to be giving it its own item. Oh wait, let's go down. I think this is the room with every item. Yeah, here we go. I like that. That's a nice little touch. They give you one of every item. You know, give you a heart over here. I think there's a health on the other side. And because I've always got to have something fun to do. Oh, I missed one. Let's reset them. Go this way. That was oddly satisfying. Oh, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Before we finish, I'm going to show you where the... Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's the strongest armor in the game. These enemies here, they're very difficult because if you're attacking them, they'll block you like that. So you got to wait for them to attack and then attack through it. If you see there, they did a lot of damage. You know, 84 in one hit is very good. They also have an attack where they lunge forward. They stab forward a bunch of times. Yeah, since I'm attacking him. One good thing, though, they give a lot of experience. This is a very good place to farm for XP. There goes the stab. Alright, so you see my health is... I mean, I'm not in any danger, but I could use a little extra. So you just put the ruby circlet on. That's all. But while you have the dragon helmet off, see how little damage I did there. See, I was doing 6 per hit. Now it's 25 per hit. So that's a significant difference. Whoop. Forgot about the big swing. So look at that. What? 3 enemies later? Gain another level? And there's some on this side too. We'll do one pass through this hallway. And we'll go all the way down. We'll reset it and come back. Then we'll go to the end. I mean, we're at the end of the game, so. Plus, they throw those guys in for comedy relief. Here, let's restore again. I forget, I don't know if he'll use the fire if you get too close to the back wall there. Easy squeezy. Nothing to worry about. Again, give him a second, let him get... Once he starts an attack animation, you have free reign to hit him. Just obviously be careful because he's about to hit you. Another heart refresh. I think I have 3 or 4 of those now. And again, we'll save once more and on to the end. I wish I could say that this was going to be some big dramatic fight, but let's be real, it's not.
You have done well in making it this far. I would expect no less from the son of our master.
So you are the one who is controlling Belmont?
Yes. I am the dark priest called Shaft. This world must be cleansed in the forge of chaos.
Why did you make Belmont lord of this castle?
I thought it would be funny.
Vampire hunters,
It kind of was, wasn't it? Not ha-ha funny, but like, huh, funny.
two vampire hunters were to
You know, ironic funny. Like a black fly in your Chardonnay.
None other could defeat him.
Exactly. That's why I removed him as a threat, by making him into lord of this castle.
But your plan has failed.
Has it indeed? We'll see what happens after I destroy your weak human side.
I don't think it works that way. Oh no, he's got me on the roll. Okay, never mind.
Oh, no!
You claim
Yes.
you love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity.
But my goal is achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames of chaos.
Whew. You know, one day when I die, that's kind of how I want it to happen. I want to explode in a brilliant glow of flames. Painlessly, though.
Father,
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
I was hoping we would not see each other again. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans. Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
Think you I would forget such a thing? No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now is the time to put aside your weak human side.
Again, I don't think that's actually how it
Remaking
works.
this world.
I thought this boss was kind of cool until I realized it's just some sort of creature and he's still just sitting in a chair. I'm not a huge fan of. Whee! Again, I like to feel like he's getting a chance. If you do the shield rod and shield or Alucard shield, the fight's over in maybe 4 or 5 seconds.
Go back whence you came. Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
How? How is it that I've been so defeated?
Well, you weren't really doing a lot.
You have been doomed ever since you lost.
I mean, let's not act like you were using all of these crazy moves.
Sarcasm. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe.
One of the few Bible passages I know. That in Ezekiel 25:17.
What were Lisa's last?
If you know what that is, then you'll know
She said, "Do not
where I
live
get it
with
from.
them. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot." She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of it.
That quote was, I had a GameFAQs account, and that quote was always my main quote. Because it just, I thought it made so much sense. I thought it was a great sort of way to live. You know, everybody has their own problems. The last thing they need is for you to be purposely trying to make it worse for them. So if you can't coexist with people, then just don't be a jerk. And that's fine. You know, if you don't get along with people, that's totally okay. And not everybody does, but you don't have to go and be a jerk to everybody else. If you've ever seen the original Poltergeist movie, every time I see this scene, I think of that. And all I think is, this is what happens when you build a castle on an Indian burial ground and don't move the bodies. Or an old cemetery, I should say. I think it was just a cemetery in that
You
movie.
made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
Flashback to Dracula not letting him use the car one night.
But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Alucard, what will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
I see.
Do you want us to kill you? No.
Will not.
I'll go find somewhere else to be.
Alucard?
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
No, it's best this way. I can't ease his torment. Someday, perhaps, we will meet again. And on that day, maybe.
And yeah, if you get the better ending, which is basically just unlocking the high percentage of the map, I think it's
Let's get out of here.
somewhere around 190% or something. I forget exactly how high you have to go. The only difference is she goes after him. And it's not even, there's not even like a cutscene or anything. It just, she starts to run off the screen and everything stops. And then that's, if I remember right, that's all that there is to it. And this song. I won't even really talk about it. I think it's been talked to death about just how it kind of comes out of nowhere in this game. But yeah, and that's Castlevania Symphony of the Night for me. Obviously, I just did it now. For all I know, I'll do it again in a few months, but usually about once a year I end up playing this game. And that's pretty much the way I play it. I don't do too much variation. I think this is one of those comfort food games. You know, there's a lot of games that we go out there and we play, especially the new stuff. Obviously, we play it because we're looking for a brand new challenge. You know, we want a new storyline. We want to be challenged a certain way. We want different kinds of puzzles. We want different kinds of enemies. And then we all have those classic games that we go back to every once in a while and we play them just because we love them and just because they're like a comfortable place that we can go back to and just play something that we enjoy. Even though we've played it a bunch of times, we enjoy it. It's no different than putting on the Harry Potter movies because, you know, or Harry Potter Weekend on what is it? Freeform now is the channel's what it's called. We've seen them all 1,000 times, but it's just comfortable to do. It's to just watch those movies. You know, these are the games that we come back to and they're comfortable to play. You know, that's why it's comfort gaming. You know, it's having macaroni and cheese for dinner. You know, it's a nice easy thing to make. And whenever people talk about comfort food, it's always an easy food to make that we pretty much know we're going to like. So it's always nice to have that stuff every once in a while. Though I can go off on a tangent about people ruining comfort food. Who knows? Maybe that'll be a weird tangent that I run on one day. I'll come back really upset from a restaurant or something like that, and in my angry haste, I'll make a 3-minute video just complaining about comfort food and why people think that it needs to be any more complicated. But that's not for now. For now, it's actually thank you. Thank you guys for, again, joining me for the playthrough, sitting down, listening to me chatter. It's for playthroughs like this, you know, for Let's Plays and stuff like that, it's always more interesting to have at least 2 people. It's nice to have a back and forth to, you're listening to a conversation, basically. And it's to me, it comes across as a little more interesting. So I know that hearing one person just blah, blah, blah for 15, 20 minutes per episode for 20, 30 episodes more if you're talking about an RPG. Yeah, I know it can be a little boring. So hopefully I keep it a little more interesting. I try and talk about the game because really it's the most obvious subject. You know, every once in a while I'll go off on a tangent. You know, mac and cheese. But thank you guys just for listening to all of this and, you know, watching this playthrough. Hopefully you saw a few cool things. I know there was a playthrough recently. It was a speed run for Super Mario World. I think it was a speed run, and it was discovered, or I guess it was rediscovered, that you could slide down the stairs and kill the big boos in the ghost house, which I hate to sound like that guy, but I actually used to do. But I don't know. It just seemed like that sort of thing that you did. But, you know, so hopefully you saw a few cool tricks, and, you know, if not, I apologize. But, you know, thank you guys for joining me. I hope to see you for the next game.